It's Clash Royale's 4th birthday. So, this season, get an exclusive free emote from me playing my Infinite Elixir challenge in Clash Royale and try out a brand new card next Monday. All that and more in today's episode of Clash Worlds. Hey guys, that's right here, and welcome back to another episode of Clash Royale. In this weekly show, we take a look at the most recent announcements from the Clash Royale team, the hottest topics in CR esports, as well as what's going on in the community. Then, we'll finish off the episode by breaking down the meta and featuring my off-meta deck of the week. If you're enjoying Clash Royale, then please leave a like, subscribe, and hit that bell to get notified of every new video that comes out. Also, go check me out on Instagram and Twitter, links down below, and if you'd like to support me, use code Legendaray in-game. And with that out of the way, let's get right into the first section, New in the Arena. New in the Arena is where we find out about what the Supercell team has been up to this past week. And of course, with the start of every month comes a new theme, and that's no exception for Season 9. This season, play in the stunning, the one and only Clash Royale birthday battlefield. And with Pass Royale, unlock a Fondant Tower skin and an exclusive Battle Healer emote. Pretty sick visuals this season.
Okay. This is brilliant, but I like this.
Oh, hey, a new card is also arriving this season. Introducing the Royal Delivery, a 3 elixir common spell. This new card crashes down into the arena similar to a Mega Knight or a Fireball, and then upon impact, out pops a Royal Recruit. Now, like the log, this spell can only be placed on your side of the arena, so it's mainly just going to be a defensive spell. That way, you can't just, plop a Royal Recruit straight on your opponent's tower or something. It does a little bit more damage than the arrows, and it has a radius of 3, so you'll still be able to take out River Princesses with it. Personally, I think it's a very interesting card, because overall it seems like it's going to be a very niche spell, kind of similar to the Earthquake, simply because it's going to be a purely defensive card. There's really no ways to play it on offense because you literally can't, and only decks that are super heavily focused on defense I think will be able to play it effectively. Also, just as a quick note, this card will be the card boost for this season, so once you've unlocked it, it will be automatically leveled up temporarily to your King Tower level, so you can have at it and try out the new card in all of its glory. Let me know your thoughts on the card. First impressions, again, I think it's a bit underwhelming, but I've been wrong before, so you never know. Now, aside from that, this season also offers a few more other interesting things. First off, for this season only, the trophy reset will be 25% instead of 50%. That's right, you're only going to lose a quarter of your trophies instead of the previous half. Get ready for some crazy trophy pushing next season, because I'm sure a lot of you guys will be getting some new trophy highs. Next up, for those of you who love playing party modes, this month you guys get to vote on which party modes you guys get to play. Once the season starts, you'll be able to vote for the events you want to play in the News Royale tab of your game. So go ahead and head there and let Supercell know what modes you guys want to play. Thirdly, do you guys want a free emote? Well, I've got one. This month, all Supercell creators will be giving away an exclusive 4th birthday emote, and hey, that includes me. So, how do you guys get the emotes, you might ask? Well, pretty simple. Throughout the month, I will be hosting a total of 10 tournaments in Clash Royale. I'll post the names and the tags of the tournaments on my Twitter and my Instagram, so if you follow me there, you'll be able to join these tournaments, and just for joining into one of these tournaments, you'll be able to unlock the emote. In addition, I'll be doing a few emote giveaways on my YouTube community tab, on my Instagram, and on my Twitter, so to maximize your chances of getting an emote, be sure to follow me on all of those. Finally, last but not least, I am getting my very own custom in-game challenge. That's right, 4 creators, Clash with Ash, with Zach, Surtag, and yours truly, have each made a custom event for you all to participate in. Now, I can't say too much about these challenges as of now, but we cannot wait for you guys to try these challenges out. So hey, let me know your first impressions of Season 9. I personally think this is one of the best season releases ever, especially compared to the last one, and there's for sure going to be a whole lot more community involvement this month. Of course, in case you haven't watched Clash Royale's official TV Royale episode, there's also going to be a hint about Clash Royale's big 2020 update. None of the Supercell creators actually know it beforehand, because Drew and Seth really be like that. Be sure to check down below for a pinned comment on what the hint is and what I think it means. Last but not least, with a new season comes new balance changes. Again, note that these balance changes come into effect on March 3rd, which is the day after the season officially begins. This month has a controversial balance for sure, so you better watch out, because we're diving right into it. Minor. Crown Tower damage reduced from 40% to 35%. So, Minor, the nerf that we all kinda knew was gonna come because of hints on social media, actually is getting a nerf in his damage. Personally, I completely agree with this nerf. I stated my reason last week. Roll the clip. Minor is just way too versatile of a card. It's seen in Mortar, Minor Control, Giant, P.E.K.K.A, Wall Breakers, Lava Hound, Balloon, Royal Giant, Sparky, Mega Knight, Three Musketeers, and Bait, and as of now, he has the highest use rate in the entire game. And in addition, I think this is the perfect nerf for one major reason: standardization. For those of you who don't know, the Minor does reduced Crown Tower damage, kind of similar to spells. However, spells only do 35% of their total damage to towers, while the Minor actually did 40%. This change basically puts the Minor damage alongside with all the other spells, making everything nice and neat. Overall, his damage output at a tournament standard goes from 64 per swing to 56, which doesn't seem like much, but since Minor is put in a lot of chip type decks where every hit point counts, it could end up making a big difference in the Minor's effectiveness. That being said, I still think the Minor will be 100% viable in meta. He's just such a versatile card right now, and I'm confident that there will still be decks that can run him super effectively next season. Earthquake affects Hidden Tesla. And again, another change that we kind of saw coming from hints on social media. In fact, I posted this hint on my community tab a few days ago, so the Earthquake will now affect the Underground Hidden Tesla. Obviously, this is a nerf to the Tesla and many Expo decks as a whole, because the Tesla will no longer be safe from that Earthquake. I mean, it makes sense, the Earthquake affects things underground too, but honestly, I thought I would hate this change, but I really don't, and I'm perfectly fine with it. It only changes like one slight interaction that I think won't affect like 90% of matches. So overall, I agree with this change, and I'm sure a lot of the Expo gods will still do just fine with 2.9, trust me. Golem. Golemite damage minus 22.5%, Golemite death damage plus 55%. Oh my wow, the Golem is actually getting a slight, I'd say, nerf this month. The main Golem isn't actually being changed whatsoever, it's the Golemites. Essentially, the Golemites will deal a lot less damage, but they'll do a heck of a lot more death damage. It's actually enough to one-shot skeletons and bats, so it's gonna be kind of more of a Golemite rework, if I'm gonna be honest. Overall, Golemites will be a bit weaker just because they don't do as much damage overall, but still I think Golem is going to be perfectly viable as a win condition in Season 9. Cannon, plus 5% damage. Now this change, fine. You know, Cannon is literally a card that's not used at all, aside from in 2.6, but 2.6 also isn't used at all, so yeah, Cannon definitely deserves this buff. There aren't too many interactional changes with this, but it'll just all around be a bit more effective in a lot of different situations. Cannon Cart, plus 5% damage. Again, Cannon Cart was also not really used all that much, and they're just trying to keep the Cannon and the Cannon Cart stats the same, so if the Cannon's gonna get a buff, then the Cannon Cart's gonna get a buff as well. I'm honestly slightly worried about this one because the Cannon Cart can be a very annoying card to deal with when it's really good, but 5% is small enough that I think it will still keep it quite restrained, while overall still making it more effective at the same time. Personally, although this may be quite a controversial set of changes for sure, I also really agreed with them all. I mean, honestly, I feel like these changes are all going to make positive changes to the meta in Season 9. Let me know what you guys thought of these changes. Did you like them? Did you hate them? Tell me why down in the comment section below. And now that's going to do it for New in the Arena. Let's get right into the esports update. The esports update is a section where we go over recent esports events as well as new and rising pro players. This week, as we begin to near the CRL spring season, one CRL West team has released some of their players, Tribe Gaming. They've managed to get Azealis, Buffmac, and TNT, who played in the CRL World Finals just last year. Man, this is such a stacked and promising roster, and is definitely going to be one of the top teams to look out for in this season of CRL. And now that we're caught up on the most recent esports news, let's check out the rising rumors. So here's a very interesting game mode idea by LumbyLoon on Reddit, and it's called Reverse Draft. This is basically a triple draft challenge, where instead of choosing your own cards, you're picking cards for your opponent to use. So essentially, you're making the worst possible deck for your opponent. I feel like this is an absolutely genius twist on the existing draft modes, and is definitely something that I would like to try out and play. Next up, here is an interesting concept by Forrest Kin for a potential card capping solution on the ladder. His proposition is to cap card levels to trophy count, which isn't really a new idea, but his take is pretty interesting. So, his proposition is that everything below 4600 will be capped at level 11. Then, between 4600 and 5300, all cards are capped to level 12, and above 5300, then you can play those max cards. The reason I like this is because you can still upgrade your cards past the quote-unquote level cap, but you just won't be able to play those higher levels until you reach higher and higher trophy counts. Let me know if you guys like this idea down in the comment section below, because honestly, it's one of the better ones that I have heard. And now that we covered the trending topics in the community, let's go ahead and break down the meta. So, since balance changes are going into effect next Tuesday, I'll be making my predictions on how this set of balance changes will affect the meta. Personally, again, I don't think the meta will change all that much. These balances pushed a few more cards into better places in my opinion, and so I think next meta will contain three main archetypes: Miner, Control, and Beatdown. Let's break it down. Miner. So yes, the Miner did get a nerf, but Miner is just such a versatile card that even if, say, Miner Wallbreaker Cycle suddenly dies out, there's still Miner Giant, there's still Miner Balloon, there's still Miner Lava Hound, so on and so forth. Even if it does slightly less damage, there are still going to be decks that will run Miner very well. Control. So Control obviously is always the safe deck to run this meta, and there are obviously three main types of Control. There's the P.E.K.K.A. Control, mostly with Bridge Spam, there's Graveyard Control with a lot of those splashers in the Bomb Tower, and there's also Lava Hound Control. And also, I think the Bomb Tower, especially since it didn't get a nerf, is going to be one of, if not the best building for you guys to run in the March meta. Beatdown. Last but not least, of course, I think Beatdown is going to rock this meta. As of now, Beatdown is already one of the most used and top decks to run, and I think with the decrease of Miner Cycle decks, which surprisingly does have a slight advantage over Beatdown matchups, it's just going to cause Beatdown to become even more popular and even more viable than it is currently. Again, up in the background, I'll be popping up some Beatdown decks for you guys to try out, so if any of them strike your interest, be sure to copy them down. And that's the meta for you guys. Now let's check out the off-meta deck of the week. That's right, in each Clash Royale episode, we're going to be featuring one off-meta deck that works in the current meta. This week's deck was submitted by Angela E. Newman. This deck is a control-based expo deck. It's rather expensive, so you're going to be playing passively. The Bowler, Inferno Dragon, Mini P.E.K.K.A, E-Wiz are basically all going to be reserved to be played only on defense, and then after successful defenses, you can finally counter push with an offensive expo. Aside from that, again, do not play aggressive with this deck, and with that out of the way, let's get right into a match. Alrighty, so looks like this match here is going to be against Yemo OFFMETA. Okay, we're just gonna stop trying. And yeah, anyways, here starting off again, we're playing passive, so I generally won't make the first move. Maybe I'll split a Goblin Gang in the back if he's really gonna wait. And oh no. Oh no, oh no, Barb Hut. Oh god, okay. Well, looks like we're gonna face a deck that's even more annoying than ours. Okay, so Barb Hut and Poison. Luckily, we do actually have the Bowler, so that's going to be an amazing counter to his Barbarians. And yeah, we're just gonna split that Goblin Gang. Goblin should take out those Barbarians nice and effectively, especially with the help of the Expo. And then the Goblins on the right will just get some nice chip damage. So we're going to cycle an E-Wiz in the back. Ooh, okay. Unfortunately, we're going to have to use my mini P.E.K.K.A. So quite a hefty Elixir commitment on my end, but we should be fine. Let's hover to Snowball. Let's see if he's got something on that end. And looks like he's just going to go ahead and use that. I think I'm just going to go ahead and Snowball the Lumberjack backwards. Shouldn't get a hit. Yep, that's perfect right there. So let's see here. I think what I'm going to do now is set up another Expo on defense just to snipe out that hut. I don't want to deal with the Barb Hut. And then we're just going to Fireball out the Flying Machine as soon as possible. Hopefully forcing out like a Poison or something. But if not, that's fine. Looks like he's just going to let that go. And let's see here. We're just going to go ahead and Goblin Gang up high. Maybe he'll Poison that. I don't know. But yeah, looks like he's just going to let those Barbarians go. And then, again, Goblins might get some chip damage on his tower, which is definitely nice. So, looks like we're just going to be straight up against the Barb Hut control deck. So yeah, heading towards double Elixir time. This is going to be a little bit tough. Okay, so let's go ahead, actually E-Wiz right here, and then let's actually Expo opposite lane, because he Night Witched in the back. That probably will force out a Barb Hut. Oh, he's running the Golem deck. Oh no, I used my Inferno Dragon on nothing. That's not good. Let's see here. Mini P.E.K.K.A. right there. We'll go with a Bowler right there. Should target that nice and easily. And yeah, that'll pretty much take out that entire push. There we go. And let's see here. We can go ahead and actually follow this up with an Inferno Dragon and then an Expo on offense right there. He should be pretty low on Elixir. I don't think he has that much. And then we're just gonna go ahead. Oh, he's back to the. That sucks. Okay. That's fine. Let's go ahead and just mini P.E.K.K.A. again. Fireball out that Flying Machine, because Flying Machine is annoying. And then, okay. So let's see here. We're just going to go ahead and Goblin Gang right there. Should finish all of this good stuff off. That was a very valuable Barb Barrel. But then we can just go ahead and go in with another Expo. See what this guy's got. Looks like he's got that right there. Unfortunately, I think he's back to Golem as well, so that sucks. We have to think of a way to break through, or else he pretty much is just going to win the poison cycle here. So let's see here. We just need a DPS down this Golem ASAP. And then we can Fireball all of this good stuff. There we go. Goblin Gang onto the Barbarians right there. And that should hopefully be, okay, a short Expo lock, but an Expo lock nonetheless. Let's just go ahead. Oh, no, he's back to the Golem. Dang it. That's so frustrating, man. Okay, so let's see here. We should be fine. We should be fine. As long as that Night Witch dies, we can just Fireball that out. No big deal. And then we can actually Inferno Dragon right there to take out the baby dragon, and then so yeah, that's gonna die. And then the Inferno Dragon should hopefully, okay, no, he's not going to take that stuff out. Man, like, neither of us are like making any progress. So yeah, Fireball right there. Oh, we missed that. That sucks. I hate that. Okay, looks like we're going to be, unfortunately, on the defensive end here. This is such like it's probably a really boring match for you guys to watch. I'm gonna be honest with you. But yeah, we have a lot of DPS right here. That Golem should not get anywhere. But that's obviously theory. We don't know if that's actually going to happen. So 30 seconds left here. He's basically just spamming everything in. We're going to Fireball that. All of that stuff is gone. Nice and easily. And then we can go ahead and Expo once again. And ooh, man. Okay, so we're going to try and catch him off guard right here with a quick mini P.E.K.K.A. 10 seconds left. We're just going to try and get spell damage here. So do that right there. We're going to go ahead and Fireball onto that. The Expo will lock on. So I think we just won that match. Man, that was a boring match. Nothing happened. But as you can see, we're basically able to just form like a really solid defense that was just going to grind away at his pushes over and over again. Absolutely no way for him to break through. So there we go, that was the off-meta deck of the week. Definitely recommend you guys give this deck a try. I always love playing a heavier Expo deck. I mean, it's so much easier to play, and it's actually very, very different. Now, if you guys want to submit your own deck to be featured, feel free to leave it in the comment section below. But unfortunately, guys, that's all I've got time for in today's episode. If you enjoyed, please leave a like down below, as well as a subscription to my channel. And as always, this is Legendaray, and I'm signing off. See you guys next time.